The stakes are rising in Valorant's new patch. The addition of Mix to the team has brought some good vibes and a bit of healing, but there's so much more brewing beneath the surface in the fight between Alpha and Omega Earth. Alpha Mix sent this voicemail to Brimstone.
Brim, look at her. Look at how banged up she was today. I respect Sage too much to feel sorry for her, but there's a limit to how much one person can take. She's hitting that limit, and the rest of the team can feel it. Look, I'm no Sage. Yibiga, I'm no Sky either, but I'm better than nothing. We could use the extra healing backup. Next mission, the mission after, I'm there. It's gonna be hell, but we've got this.
We knew that Alpha Sage was hitting her limit, but they've even updated her in-game model to show just how much that's true. Mix wants to help in every way he can. This voicemail tells us that his healing isn't as strong as Sage or even Sky's lore-wise, so he's only able to help in small ways with the healing, but he's willing to do whatever he can for the team. I also love how blunt he is about not feeling sorry for Sage because of his respect for her, but he still truly cares about her well-being and is fighting for her cause. This new player card for Sage called the Cost is crazy. You can see the Radianite crystals literally taking over her whole face, even her eye. Considering this card is in the slot of the Battle Pass where we usually get a new agent or map teaser card, I think the focus for this next act will be Sage's lore for sure. On the Omega front, Alpha Cypher intercepted this voice comm from Legion.
With the holdouts falling in line, Legion's full resources are at your disposal.
Good. Now use them. Breach, lead the strike teams. Don't let the others show mercy, you know how they are. You push her further than we ever have before. Do not stop until she breaks.
Oh, she'll break.
Silva, reconnaissance. Every movement, every deployment, if they so much as sneeze. I want absolute certainty they're following our script.
Done. And me?
Containment and contingency. Keep them feeling surrounded. One step in the wrong direction.
I cut their throat. Protocol isn't dumb. They'll adapt to the aggression.
They won't have time. Don't let them bend. Make them snap.
Without snapping ourselves.
You better not. Brief your teams, get moving, and relay your daily call out.
I honestly thought it would be harder for Legion to get everyone to back Omega Viper, but I guess one way or another they managed to get everyone on board, even if it was very reluctantly. Maybe with how bad everything is on Omega Earth, the agents holding out felt they had no other option, even if they dislike Viper's style? I'm not sure, let me know what you think in the comments. Omega Breach is in charge of the strike teams, and Omega Viper tells him, "You push her further than we ever have before. Don't stop until she breaks." I'm assuming they're talking about Alpha Sage here. If Legion can push Alpha Sage to her absolute breaking point, where she can no longer res, they'll have a huge upper hand in this war. Basically, Sage is the linchpin for these teams in terms of survival. The clock is ticking, and Alpha Sage will either have to find a way to balance the cost of her resurrection, or they'll lose this war. How long can the rest of the Valorant protocol fend off Legion's attacks? They have to buy her as much time as possible. Omega Sova is in charge of reconnaissance, keeping track of every movement that the VP makes. From this, they'll probably discover that they recruited Mix to the team and recruit the mirror version to Legion. Omega Viper says she wants Alpha to be following their script, so I feel like some mind games are definitely about to be deployed. Omega Yoru's tasked with making the protocol feel surrounded, kind of like you feel when Yoru's ulting and you have no idea where he is, but you feel the pressure of his ult. Things are about to get crazy. Who do you think will win this fight between Alpha and Omega? We also got this email from Alpha Tejo saying, "Tamales para niños. Hermano, we're borrowing the big pot you used for chili. Reina and Gecko rounded up the team to make tamales for the sanctuary. Yoru is the only one keeping pace. The rest are learning. We're saving you some, but these aren't like the ones my niece makes. Neon and I made a case for using banana leaves, but it's hard to tell Reina no. Nos vemos." The team has decided to make a bunch of tamales for the kids at the sanctuary after all the chaos they've undergone since Legion attacked the Alpha agents there. This also tells us that Tejo's been revived since, last we heard, Legion took out both Neon and Tejo right after the attack at the sanctuary. I would guess that means that everyone who's been down by Legion at this point is back up thanks to Sage. It's also cool to see how, even though Tejo and Neon suggested using banana leaves to wrap the tamales, since that's what's traditionally used in Filipino and Colombian cooking, they let Reina take the charge to use corn husks for the tamales, since that's the traditional method used in Mexico. Lastly, Breach got some new voice lines this patch. I don't know what all of them are yet, but I did manage to find this one.
For the misfits.
After hearing his voicemail to Alpha Brim last patch, I'm so glad they added this line in. What do you think of these new developments? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. God bless. Bye!